Why Myanmar's matters for India. Hello everyone, today we will discuss important current affairs topic. This is a news. Myanmar's President India's visit starts today. So why does Myanmar's matter so much to India? So recently, Myanmar's President Yu Min Yang he was set to begin his India's first visit, his first to the country since he took over last month on Saturday. So, recently, this visit is important because Myanmar occupies a unique strategic location in India's foreign policy, and it's important for the India's security policy even and for the economic connectivity plans. So let's understand this topic in detail and let's understand the geographical location of Myanmar also. So Myanmar, it's India's gateway to the Southeast Asia. If we talk about the Myanmar, simply I'll tell you the Myanmar's location. Here is the Myanmar's location. So Myanmar is India's eastern neighbor and act as a bridge between Southeast Asia and South Asia. So it is only country through which India can establish direct and land connectivity with ASEAN countries. Right? So because this geographical location, Myanmar is often called as India's gateway to the Southeast Asia. Right. So basically, Myanmar is very important because it's also called as India's gateway to the Southeast Asia. So without cooperation from Myanmar, India's effort to connect with the Southeast Asia becomes extremely difficult. So let's see why this is in news. I already told you about because the president of Myanmar is visiting the India. So let's understand the location. India shares a long land border with Myanmar as well as the maritime boundary in the Bay of Bengal. 4 states, these all are the northeastern states: Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. Got it? So here is the Myanmar, here is the Arunachal Pradesh, then Na, Ma and Mi. So Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. So all 4 states, these all 4 northeastern states share boundary with the Myanmar. Got it? So Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. Remember again, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh on the top side. Got it? So if we talk about the maritime boundary in the Bay of Bengal, India not only shares a land boundary but also the maritime boundary with Myanmar in the Bay of Bengal. You can see here India also shared the maritime boundary with the Bay of Bengal, which is strategically important for the maritime security, also for the trade routes and also for the blue economy, which is a news quite, for the blue economy is related to the maritime security, and it is also important for the regional cooperation. So Myanmar is the only ASEAN country, remember, that shares both a land border and a maritime boundary with the India. So Myanmar's, so here we have seen that Myanmar lies at the confluence of India's neighborhood First Act East and Mahasagar policies. India has launched the Act East policy. Why? To strengthen the relationship with the Southeast Asian countries. So Myanmar is the first country through which India can physically connect to ASEAN nations. So because of Myanmar, India can expand their trade, their investment, their connectivity, their cultural exchange with Southeast Asia. So therefore, Myanmar is the foundation of India's Neighborhood First Act policy. So let's talk about the role in the India's Neighborhood First policy. I already told you about India as the Myanmar Act is a stable and friendly country which helps India to in the border security also, even in the border security and in the economic cooperation, in the regional peace. So basically both the countries, both visions of India, the Mahasagar policy. Let's talk about the Mahasagar policy. What is Mahasagar policy? Mahasagar policy, it was launched in 2015, but its transition changed from Sagar to Mahasagar. So earlier it was security and growth for all in the region, which focus on the Indian Ocean region, maritime security, regional cooperation and blue economy. So maritime, the Mahasagar vision, its full form you can write it down: mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions. Got it? Once again, mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across region, which basically focus on the global south, again the maritime security, sustainable development and the partnership, which is strategic partnership. So why was Mahasagar introduced? I already told you about, to strengthen the relationship between the Southeast Asian countries and to enhance the maritime security and to promote the trade and connectivity. India has launched the Mahasagar policy. That's why Myanmar considered as a very important country for India. Got it? So this is all about the Myanmar. So let's here again, the President Min Aung Hlaing was in the news because he began in the 5-day visit to India that we focus on ramping up the bilateral cooperations in trade, connectivity, border security and defense, and also landing in visit to the Mahabodhi temple. Remember Mahabodhi temple, which is in Gaya, Bihar. Is in Bihar. And he was also arriving in Delhi this evening. So Myanmar is the foundation of India's act policy. I've already told you about. Let's do some geographical questions of the Myanmar region. So just remember the location of Myanmar. Here is the Myanmar. Here is the India, Southeast India. It's a connecting a route of with the Southeast Asia. Got it? So let's do the questions related to the geographical locations of the Myanmar. Let's do it. The first question is, which of the following country does not share a border with Myanmar? So it is talking about the countries. Let's see the location, which is the countries. Here is the Myanmar. Just wait. I think यहाँ पर कोई locations नहीं है. Just wait. I'll tell you about some locations. So here is the Myanmar. Thailand is the bordering country, Laos, and again here in top in the China, and then in the left side it's Bangladesh, and also not Bangladesh, it's India. Got it? So what let's see the options here. Which of the following country does not share a border with Myanmar? So its answer will be Vietnam, because where is the Vietnam here? You can see the Vietnam. It's in the right side of the Thailand. Here is the Vietnam. Here is the Vietnam. So Vietnam is the only country which does not share the border with the Myanmar. So Vietnam is the right answer. Bangladesh करता है, China करता है, Thailand भी हमारे साथ boundary share करता है with Myanmar. Next is, how many countries shares a land boundary with Myanmar? So write it down. 5 countries are there which share land boundary with Myanmar. First is Bangladesh, second is China, third is Thailand, fourth is Laos, and fifth is Bangladesh already done, China and India. India we have left. So these all 5 countries share a land boundary with the Myanmar. Next question is, consider the following Indian states: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. So which of the above share a border with the Myanmar? So I've already told you about Arunachal Pradesh. ऊपर टॉप से अरुणाचल प्रदेश, and then we have Nagaland, then we have Namami. So Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. So option 2 will be eliminated. So answer will be 1, 3, 4 and 5. Got it? Next is, Myanmar shares its longest international border with, so remember this fact, China, around 2129 किलोमीटर. इंडिया के साथ कितना था? अराउंड 1643 किलोमीटर. सो लॉन्गेस्ट इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर विद चाइना. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग पेयर इज करेक्टली मैच्ड? सो म्यांमार is in the Bay of Bengal, Myanmar is in the Andaman Sea, Myanmar is in South China Sea. So here the south statement 3 is incorrect because it is not, it lies east of Vietnam. The South China Sea lies east of Vietnam. Let's see in the map. यहाँ हमारे पास एक वियतनाम है, right? So where is the east? Here is the here is the north, here is the south, here is the west, here is the east. Got it? So South China Sea lies here. So it's, अगर हम इस क्वेश्चन के अकॉर्डिंग जाएँ तो कौन सा पेयर करेक्टली मैच है? म्यांमार इज इन द बे ऑफ बंगाल, करेक्टली मैच्ड. एंड नेक्स्ट इज Myanmar is the Andaman Sea, right? So answer will be 1 and 2. So Myanmar has a long coastline on Bay of Bengal and Andaman Sea. So why statement 3 is incorrect? Basically because it lies east of Vietnam, the Philippines, the Malaysia and the China. So Myanmar has no coastline on the South China Sea. Next is with reference to Myanmar, consider the following statements. ये हमारा जो border share करता है with बांग्लादेश, yes. नेक्स्ट इज़ ये बॉर्डर शेयर करता है लियोस के साथ, येस. ऑल्सो विद इंडिया, ऑल्सो विद चाइना, ऑल्सो विद इंडिया, चाइना एंड लियोस एंड थाईलैंड, राइट. सो इट्स कंबोडिया इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा. आंसर वुड बी 1 and 2. नाउ कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज: China, India, Laos, Thailand, Bangladesh. How many of the above share a land boundary with Myanmar? China, yes. India, yes. Laos, yes. Thailand, yes. Bangladesh, yes. So all 5 are the correct options. Remember the fact, Myanmar is the only ASEAN country that shares the land boundary with India. Only, remember, only. Right? So which country? Myanmar is the only ASEAN country that shares the land boundary with India. Got it? So now tell me the ASEAN countries. कौन कौन सी हमारे पास ASEAN countries हैं? So we have Indonesia. So first of all, let's talk about the founding members of ASEAN. First is Indonesia. Second is Malaysia. Next is Singapore. Next is Thailand. And next is Philippines. These 5 countries are the founding members of the ASEAN. In 1967 it was founded and headquarter is in the Jakarta, Indonesia. So okay, got it. Next also we have other countries. Indonesia we have done, Malaysia done, Singapore done, Thailand done and Philippines. Other ASEAN countries we have Brunei and we have Vietnam, we have Laos, we have Myanmar and next is Cambodia. Got it? So these all are the ASEAN countries. इसका हेडक्वार्टर कहाँ पर है? It's in Jakarta, Indonesia and in 1967 it was founded. So this is all about Myanmar's location. I hope you have learned something new from this series. So thank you.